Hi everyone, it's Chris Lafleur back in the tasting room. We're going to be tasting Lot 886 today, a Merlot from the Anderson Valley. This is a 2021 Merlot, so it's a little bit young, and I think we're going to have to see if the tasting notes bear out with that, whether or not we can drink it now or lie it down. I have a feeling lie it down, but let's taste to make sure. So one of the things to know about the Alexander Valley is that it tends to be a lot of alluvial soil, but a lot of gravel too. And that gravel is going to be a good indicator of how this grape handles itself. So Merlot really doesn't like having its feet wet. It just tolerates it. Like in Bordeaux, famously, the left bank is gravel, the right bank is a lot of clay, and Merlot is in the clay, but it doesn't really like the clay. It just tolerates it. So in Anderson Valley, we've got a great spot that the grape is going to have great drainage, and it's not going to get too deluged with water. Too much water is going to mean that we're going to get a lot of green growth and not as good quality grapes. So the more drainage we have, the better drainage we have, the better overall the wine is going to be. So let's go ahead and see what we have on the nose. Ooh, that's a lot of really deep fruit here. It feels really ripe. It feels really bold and expressive. There's a lot of black cherry, a lot of blackberry. There's a little plum as well because it feels very rich and round. And I'm noticing also there's a little bit of baking spice here, a little cinnamon or nutmeg, and a touch of vanilla. So that suggests that there's some time in oak that this wine spends. Probably French oak, it's not so aggressive. Usually American oak can be a little bit more coconut, and we're not quite there. So there's all the hallmarks here that this could be laid down, but the structure is going to really let us know for sure. Oh yeah, oh boy, feel that on the palate. You've got some acidity right underneath your tongue. So that means we've got something that's gonna help cleanse the palate a little bit and keep it very refreshing. And on top of the tongue, we've got some tannins here. They feel a little sandy, but not very heavy. They're not really too aggressive, but they're quite present. Not coarse, not chunky, sandy, kind of fine, very cool. So this does feel like a wine that can be laid down. Further to that, not only do I get a fruit change on the palate, I'm getting a little bit of ripe fruit and overripe fruit. So I'm getting that bold expression of blackberry, cherry, and a bit of plum. But we're also getting a touch of red pepper or green pepper, a kind of greenness to it. So that feels like this wine might be a little tight. We're drinking this right now in December 22. So this could be something that's gonna lie down really well. Maybe you buy a case of this now, come around barbecue time in 2023 in July, you're gonna have a great wine that's ready to go. So that's definitely worth getting this now to go and check that out. So other Merlots you might find from Napa or Washington are gonna be really expressive too, but I think Anderson Valley shows uniquely that we've got that balance and push and pull of ripeness to overripeness that's making it bold, but also giving it a little bit of patience. So with that, pick yourself up a case of this wine, let it lie down a little bit, and I will see you at the next glass.